Okay, I got this question for this board now. If they come from electrolysis, particularly electrochemical series, the question talks say which of the following ions is discharged at the anode? Anode oh, during the electrolysis of a conc solution containing hydrogen ion, copper ion, OH ion, and of course chloride ion using carbon electrodes. Now simple. Now you know say for electrolysis na three factors dey guide this discharge. Three factors dey guide this discharge because now make I explain this thing to you. Now see the ions now: hydrogen ion, copper ion, OH and chloride ion. If you look these ions very well, you will know say these ions dey come from copper chloride. Copper chloride because see chlorine see copper here, see chlorine here. Dey come from copper. These two na from copper chloride, and the second one, this is the hydrogen and the OH, dey come from water. So if I ionize this copper chloride, I'll get something like this: copper ion plus the chloride ion. If I ionize water, I'll get hydrogen ion and hydroxide ion. And these two one I'll get. Now, one thing they say, these two ions now during electrolysis, these two ions now they go migrate to the cathode electrode. Cathode. The reason na because say cathode na negative electrode and e dey attract positive ions, unlike charges attract. No wonder dem dey call the positively charged ions, dem dey call them cations. Now the negative ions dem go migrate to the positive electrode and now dem dey call anode. No wonder the negatively charged ions are called what? Anions, because they are located in the anode electrode. Now wetin go happen now, this question dey ask you about this anode, no be cathode, see am as the anode, about this anode. Now they ask you now wetin go happen for this place now. These two ions now they are competing for potential discharge. Which of them would be discharged? That's what I ask you. Now take note say the solution is what? Concentrated. Assuming this solution is not a conc solution, wetin go happen be say na the ions wey dey below the other one in this ACS, this one na ACS, see metals for here, see one metals one. We dey call this ACS, the full meaning na wetin? Electrochemical series. So the ion wey dey below the other one, na that one go dey discharge over the one above. See for example, see OH here, see chlorine here. So na OH na dey below chlorine, na OH go dey discharge. But this one no be like that, because the solution dey what? Concentrated, and if that one happen, na the one wey dey concentrated na go dey discharge. Now this copper chloride now is a conc solution, which means na chlorine go dey discharge over OH, because this chlorine for here is what? Concentrated. Take note. Assuming this other one, assuming it is not conc, na OH go be the answer. But since it is conc, na chlorine. And this issue, this factor, in fact na three factors na govern this potential discharge. Three factors na govern this discharge. That is, na three factors na you go take know which one go dey discharge. The three of them na, the first one na wetin? The position of ions in the ACS. The second one na wetin? Conc of what? The electrolyte. The second one na what? The third one na nature of electrode. Now this second factor dey only work if the two competing ions are close, like this two now, they are close. Of course e go work. But this first factor e go work if the other two factors dey constant. For example, if it is not a conc solution, we use the first factor, that is the one that is below the other one in the series will dey discharge. So and also they fit ask you which of these is not a factor that governs ion discharge during electrolysis. They fit ask you. See the three factors here. The fourth one will be the answer. That is the one will not be the factor. So when I ionize my the copper chloride, I'll get this. If I ionize water, I'll get this. So if you look at this very well, this one goes to cathode, this one don't go anode. When they ask you about the anode, because that anode now something dey happen pass. Mostly when the solution is what? A conc solution. Because the anode na very short, the series of the anode na very short series. Dem know say no matter what, that term there concentrated, e go affect the ion discharge here. So this second factor dey only work when the distance between the two competing ions dey no dey far apart, at least no more than two to three ions difference. I hope say you understand me. So with this explanation now, the answer na A, because copper is concentrated. That is why it is selected over OH for discharge. I hope say you understand. If you understand, ask me a question.